Hi everybody, it's Debbie here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for choosing this video to watch today. I'm really glad you can join me. I hope you enjoy what you see. And this is the end of a little three-part kind of series on how I put together this flip book made from envelopes, and I am just adding the final decorative touches today. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad you can join me, and I really hope you enjoy the end of this little series. So I am kind of going to go page by page today and show you what I'm going to do. I'll probably backtrack a little and what have you, but so let's start with, I'm going to do the front last, and I am going to start right here. So inside this little flip book, slash journal, I have this pocket here first. And to make this a little bit of a journal, I've just taken some of the paper from this paper pad. It is the brownie orange version of this. It kind of matches this green. So same pattern, different color. So I've taken two pieces of it, and I've cut myself maybe 10 pieces of just clear or just plain copy paper. And I'm going to take my, this is the We Are Memory Keepers, and this is the crocodile. And I am going to, let me see where I'm going to put it. Which one am I going to use? I'm going to use the smaller one, I think. And I am going to punch a couple of holes in the top of this, about, where's my 1/2 inch mark? I'm going to go just over 1/4 inch from the top. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, and that's all it is 2 pieces of paper, and I'm going to punch here and punch here. Now you can do this with a just an ordinary punch, but you'll never get through this much. You'll just have to punch your papers separately. Then I'm going to take just some of this jute twine, and this is it's kind of a smaller jute twine. It's not the the bigger version. It's the one that I got in this little jar for gardening, and I love this. I've been using it for all kinds of things. So I'm going to go through here, I hope. I'm going to go through here. I might have to do it this way. Let's see. I don't want to make a really large hole if I don't have to, but I may have to. I was hoping that this twine would be small enough to go through here, and I think it will be. Yeah, I'm just going to have to fiddle with it a bit, which is okay. I don't care. There we go. And that's how I'm just going to put this little notebook together. So I'm just going to tie this. And then I am going to double knot it. And I'm going to tie a little bow on here. Just like that. Just like that. Let's tighten and pull this until I get it to just the place that I want it. Maybe like that. And then I'm going to cut the extra off like this. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in here, just like this. There. Just like that. And I'm going to put a pocket here as well, I think. I had some papers out. So I thought I'd put this on here and make a little pocket. Because if you remember, if you haven't watched the whole video of how I made this, go back. But I have this page here and this page here that are the same. And so I am going to add this to here because I still want this to show. And then I am going to, let me see, I got to get my wet glue for that. I should take this out until I get the other done because that kind of makes a bulge. But remember, that's okay because I have this little fold in here. So that gives me about 1/4 of an inch of room in here for bulk. I did that on the front and the back, remember. If you don't want to stuff yours up as much as I'm doing mine, you don't have to do that. You can just, you don't have to leave that space. Ooh. That was a loud little something going up the road. It wasn't a car. I didn't see it. It certainly didn't sound like a car. There, now this will hold something nice and flat. So I'm going to let that dry. Now, on this page right here, I want another piece of this. I love this paper, and that's the only place that I've used it. And I like the fact that when I open it up, I can see this. I do like it. So I'm just going to use it like a belly band. Let's see. So I'm going to put a little bit there. And a little bit there. And then I'm just going to put it in the middle of this page. Just like this. So I have a belly band there. And then I can move on to the next page. Now. So I've already glued, this was just a scrap. And I didn't want to lose this pumpkin. So I used a little bit of this, the same as the notebook, because I'm trying to use the same pages throughout. And so I used a little scrap of this, and I glued this on so that it was like a little tuck spot, just a little tuck spot. But I think I'm going to put this on here. I'm just not sure where, maybe here. And put it on like a pocket. Or will I put it on and have it like a tuck spot this way? I'm not sure which way to go with this. I think I'm going to put it on closer to the outside edge because I have this here, which if I put something in here, it's going to bulk this center, which it already does a little bit. So I'm going to put this closer to the outside. Oops, I've already got one of these open. I don't know why I've got 2 of those on my desk. It's almost time to order another one because I've got 2 of them, but they're both getting empty. They're both getting down there. Oh, before I do that, because this is going to be really flat, I'm just going to grab my 2-inch paper punch before I glue this down. And I'm just going to put a little nip there. There. There, I like that. I like that layered look. Then I'm going to move on to this page. Yeah. I'm going to move on to the next spot. And this is going to be another little notebook. Just a small one. Am I going to do it the same way? I think I am. I think I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to leave that for a minute. And I've already stuck this on here so that I could use up this last piece. You guys saw my mistake because there's 2 layers of paper here. So if you haven't watched this video, I suggest you go back and watch it. It's a long one, but I did not cut my mistakes out. There were a few like really bad boo-boos that I made that were just silly. And but I did show how to fix them. Oh, I did show how to fix them. I have this little pumpkin piece. I think I'm going to glue that on there. I'm going to put a little glue, just a little glue right here. I know it's just a little thing, such a little thing, but I just think it will be cute, and I get to use up a little bit more of this paper. So it's going to actually wrap there, but on this side I just folded this corner down, so I'm going to glue it down like that. And it's not much of a tuck spot, but it's still a tuck spot. You can still like completely stick something like that in there. This is just a bookmark, or, you know, a bookmark shape. But yeah, you can use all kinds of your little scraps to make little bits. It completely works. Now for here. Let me see, what else have I got here? I'm trying to just use up the scraps that I've got. So I have some of this paper, just this paper here. So I'm just going to take this. And I took a piece of this gold paper as well, which is just really pretty. And I'm just going to put them underneath this belly band in here. Now in here, I chose to put, and this is from the same paper pad, so I chose to take this piece, and I have this, and it's got a little bit of this reddish color in the glitter, but this is just a piece of glitter cardstock that I thought was pretty. So I thought I'd just back this with it and then stick it in here. And like I said, this would be a great little keepsake for maybe for the grandparents. If everybody's getting together for Thanksgiving, take a bunch of pictures, stuff them in here, get everybody to write something in here. I have this piece which says Home Sweet Home. Now I took a bit of this green and I took the Home Sweet Home and I just ripped the edges, and I just used the black that was actually on my little dauber and went around the edges. I didn't add any extra to it. So it's just got a hint of black, but I think that that's what I'm going to put right here on the front. I just think that that is so stinking cute. So either that one or I think I'm going to use this on the inside somewhere. So I think I'm going to put this here. I think that's where I'm going to put it. I only had 3 of the little cut aparts left that were this size. Remember, I'm using up this paper pad. I probably have 1 more project out of it. But the papers are starting to become fairly neutral. The ones that are left, they aren't really, you know how some paper pads have a bunch of papers in them that are kind of neutral. So I don't really have to use the rest of them up now. I could probably stick them in and use them to add to others, but isn't that pretty? I just love this on the wood grain, and I think it's just adorable there. And I didn't glue to my edges. I'm actually leaving the edges up a little bit just because I think gives it a little more interest that way. And yeah, so go ahead and make one of these. If you're having a big Thanksgiving family dinner this year, go ahead and make something like this, throw it together, bring it with you, have everybody add their sentiments and their little, you know, you could write the menu, everything that you've had for the meal, and shove it in here as a just a memory. Then you can put your notepad in here so everybody can write a little note to grandma and grandpa, or you know, mom and dad, or whoever it is, and you know, to the host and hostess. And I think that would be pretty right on top. Do you think that would be pretty right on top? But I want the wood grain to go up and down because the stripes go up and down. So I think that's what I'm gonna do there. I'm a little bit wheezy tonight, so if you can hear that, I'm really sorry. I've taken my inhaler. It's just one of those fall evenings that does that to me sometimes. And yeah, so you could also get a nice card, you know, and add it to here, maybe slip it in behind and have everybody sign it, or however you want to go about it. So I'm going to take this. So this is that other little notepad. And I think I'm going to just do the same thing with that. There. And oh, that went through quite nice. There, it just takes a little twist with the twist of the twine, and it went through. I have like 2 or 3 pairs of scissors on my desk. Sometimes I can't find any, and now I've got 3 pairs here, and I'm probably using them all. There. And trim off the little bits. And I'm going to slide this in here. There. It's a snug fit, but that's okay. It's just going down to there. There, that's good. So we have another little notepad, and let's see. We need some little, we do. We need some little circles or something some things to stick in here. I'd rather have a 3-inch, but I don't think I have my 3-inch circle punch here. I do have this one, which is only 2.5 inches, but there. And that's, I think these would be cute for, you know, I'll pop one of these out and just write. Maybe you could put, if each person brings a dish, that would be really cool to write what each person brought and stick it in here. A very, you know, a very unique little reminder. Ah, that didn't cut very well. That punch has been doing that for a while. It must not be very sharp anymore. So, and this is like a little, just a bookmark type of little piece, but I love the effect of just layering things like that. And does that stick out too far? No, it doesn't. So I think that this would be kind of cute in here as, you know, a recipe or something. I'm not going to glue this in because I may do that. I may write out a pumpkin pie recipe or something like that on here. And then I think it would be cute to have, just to have that in here. And then when you open it up, it'll have a pumpkin pie recipe. So I'm going to set that there. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is just add that recipe there. These could have recipes on the back. And I want something for this page. I'm just not sure what I want to put here. Let me think now. Just let me think. It's a really pretty paper. It may not need anything there. And I'm bulking up the middle. Like I didn't put any extra... I didn't put any extra here. So now the other thing here, I'm going to just do a flip through. Now I think I'm done. I actually think I'm done. I don't think I want to put very much more in here because that's exactly what I plan on doing with this. I plan on having I have to go back to Ontario. Just for a trip. I'm going to see my dad and, you know, my sisters and things because I won't see them all winter. Once I come back out, I probably won't do any traveling much in the winter time. And so I want to see my family. So I'll probably go have dinner. But yeah, I think I'm going to be home for Thanksgiving. So wherever I have a Thanksgiving dinner, I'll put you know, a few mementos and memories and pictures and things like that in here. Now, I like to take pictures with my phone, and then I have I've just gone completely blank. You know, the little printer that prints off the little 1.5 by 2.5 inch pictures, just little pictures. And I think that they would be really cute just to stick some pictures in here. So this is what I'll have. So I'm going to have my little pocket here. Well, I just got a little card in there right now. My little notebook in this pocket. I have a belly band on here with this stuck on the front, which would be a great place for a stack of pictures if I get pictures developed. I may get a few pictures printed out and stick them in there. Great spot for them. There's also this pocket here. So all kinds of little things can be slipped into there, which is one of the reasons why I left that 1/4 of an inch there. Because if you don't have a 1/4 of an inch at the front and back when you have a big pocket like this, then you can't close your book. Your book won't stay shut. So there's room to stuff there. I've got a little tuck spot here. I've got a little notebook here, and then I have this little tuck spot. I have this page, which I still think I might do something with, but I'm not sure yet. And have another great big envelope here. So I made these out of my Sticky Club envelopes, and they're quite big. And then I have these, which I think is a great spot too. I just love that gold paper, but it glares on the thing, so I'm going to set it aside. So I'm going to write some recipes out. So some of those recipes of my sisters and stuff that I'll probably be getting to share. And then the menu for my Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm just going to stick this in here, and I'm going to print out I'm going to write out my pumpkin pie recipe, and then I am just going to put it on here so that you see it when you open it up. And I think that's done. I think it turned out sweet as can be. I love it. I love that I just saved envelopes that came in the mail because they were the same size. And yeah, so you can do this with any types of things. You don't have to have this pocket in the middle. If you're making this out of an envelope that has the V-shaped flaps, what I would do is take one envelope and wrap it around behind the other one and glue it down. And I would make this center part first, and then I would glue it down in here, very similar to what I did. I made my little book for the middle and then wrapped my other one around it, kind of, yeah. So there's 1,000,001 ways to make an envelope flip book. This is just what I did. It was a crazy process. I hope you enjoyed it, though. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little series on how I made this. And if you did, let me know down in the comments, and I may do it again sometime with different envelopes, with different papers, with maybe a different style even. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, go do that now before you leave so that you can come back and check out a few of my other videos. And stay safe, and bye-bye for now. I'll see you all in the next video.